Hey, how's everybody out there doing on this April 14th? On a Tuesday, getting turned up on a Tuesday. Hope everybody's enjoying it. Hope everybody's loving it. Got a lot to discuss. We're going to start off with the birthday well wishes. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Um, but I wanted to shout out or give a couple of birthday wishes to a couple of athletical people that excuse me, that I watched when I was younger and still watch some of these people to this day. So we'll start first with Stan Humphries. He was a former quarterback for the Chargers. Also played a little bit for Washington. He turned 61 today. Dave Justice, former Atlanta Brave, along with Greg Maddux, who also was a former Atlanta Brave. They both turned 60. Steve Maddox, who's also a former Atlanta Brave. Wow, I knew where to pick him. Steve Maddox turns 56 today. Anderson Silva. I don't know if you guys know who Anderson Silva is. You don't know who Anderson Silva is. Oh. Anderson Silva, UFC fighter. He turns 51. Baker Mayfield. These are probably more the people that you guys will know. Baker Mayfield, he turns 31 today. DJ Moore, wide receiver, he turns 29. And Chase Forever Young, from the Ohio State Buckeye, former Ohio State Buckeye, turns 27. So happy birthday to those young laddies. Appreciate you. I watched a lot of you guys growing up, especially the Braves players. I remember the Tomahawk Chop. So yeah, it was dope watching you guys. Stan Humphries, I remember '97 Super Bowl, watching you guys play against the 49ers. That was a good year for San Diego. I don't know if, I'm an old head, so I think it was that year in San Diego. That's when the Padres was like pretty good and they had went to the World Series. We both got smacked. We got both teams got smacked. Actually, I think that was '95 that the Chargers went to the Super Bowl. I'm not sure. I gotta look that stuff up. But like in that mid '90s range, we both of our teams in the city, they was doing good. And I remember during that Super Bowl against the 49ers, there was like nobody on the streets. It was crazy. It was crazy. It reminded me of like, because now I live in the Midwest, but it reminded me of like college game day in the Midwest. There's like no one in the streets. So it was cool. It was cool. But yeah, happy birthday to you guys. Don't mean to dwell on that. Don't mean to go on that for too much longer. So.
Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about the playoffs, and it's not technically the playoffs for the NBA. It is I believe it's the round robin to get in, and the first game is going on right now. From what I saw, the last score it was halftime, but it's just entering out of halftime right now. So it's Miami and the Hornets, 61-58. I believe whoever wins this, because this is the 9th and 10th place, they'll play the winner of the Sixers and Sixers playing. Give me 1 second to check that. They will be playing the winner of the Sixers and the Magic. So that should be really good. That should be really interesting to see. My guess on these two, if I was to guess, I would probably pick Miami tonight, but I would like to see Charlotte. You know what I mean? Just because they're a younger, up and coming team, and Charlotte looks like a team that could shock the world just because of like kind of who they got. Get it, Vixen. Get it. Um, Also, the Magic. I think a healthy Magic team would be nice. Would be a nice team to see make a run in the playoffs as well. Um, the Sixers, not so much really for me, but I do like Joel Embiid and I like Paul George, and Max is a good player. So it's mostly if teams are healthy. So yeah, I guess the least who I'd want to see out of those teams would be the Heat, but I do like Tyler Hero too. So any of those teams got really a puncher's chance to really like advance, but especially in the East because it's really not dominance going on. So um, it'll be interesting to see. But later tonight, it'll be the West side, and I believe it'll be the Trailblazers and the Suns. So that's the 8-7 game, and that should be an interesting one too. But who really wants to play the Thunder in the first round? I mean, I don't know what will be more interesting or who would be more willing, more willing to see that. So, um, speaking of playoffs, my Lakers, Austin Reeves looks like he'll be out for a while. Not really a timetable for him. It looks like that Luka Doncic will be coming back sometime tomorrow to get reevaluated by Lakers and by Lakers staff, excuse me, by Lakers, to get reevaluated by the Lakers staff. So we'll see where that goes. There's a chance that he might play the first game or the second series, or if they make it to the second series, he'll be able to play the first game of the second series. There's also a chance that he might make it to the third or fourth game of this series against the Rockets. So it'll be interesting to see and kind of, hope what's going on. While I'm going on, I know I kind of hit you guys with some basketball stuff. Baseball stuff is going on. Anaheim right now is leading the Yankees right now as we speak, 6-0. If you guys missed it, or if you guys missed my episode yesterday, I was letting you guys know that there was a good game going on between Anaheim and the Yankees, and if you can go back and watch highlights of that, you guys should. It's really dope. If there's somehow you can rewatch that game, you should. It was a good game. It was a good battle. It was a good back and forth battle, especially if you're a Yankees fan. So if you're a Yankees fan, go ahead and rewatch that. I like the Angels. I'm a West Coast guy, so that kind of kind of cringe, but it was still a good game. So just one of those things to keep looking forward to. So we'll go back to basketball, but I want to hit you guys with some baseball scores right now while we're live, while we're Rex and Effects. You know what I'm saying? So right now the Cubs are leading the Phillies. Right now, I believe it's the bottom of the seventh, and it's 7-3. Later today, the Mets will play the Dodgers. And like I said, Anaheim was leading 6-0 against the Yankees, and that's in the top of the seventh going on right now. Arizona, Baltimore right now, 4-3. That's the bottom of the eighth. The Cubs, and the top of the eighth, are leading 7-3 over the Philadelphia Phillies. The Washington Nationals, excuse me, are up on the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're up 5-4. Looks like it's top of the seventh. I told you about the Anaheim score. That game is also on the top of the seventh at 6-0. Right now, as we speak, it looks like Anaheim has a player on first base with 2 out. I'm just looking at it on my little tracker. So, yeah, looks like Anaheim might give them their payback. But yeah, like I said, it was a good game yesterday. Miami, top of the seventh, is leading Atlanta 4-3. Toronto is down. I don't know what's up with Toronto, man. They're starting off kind of, the record is 6-9, so it's not too bad in baseball. You play 162 games, so. But the last couple games they've been struggling, and they're struggling tonight. It's 3-1. They're losing to Milwaukee. They do have runners on first and second with 1 out, so maybe they might get something done tonight. Cleveland is tied with St. Louis 2-2. That one is at the bottom of the fifth. Boston is down 5-0 to Minnesota. That is also the top of the fifth. Get it, Vixen. Tampa Bay is leading 4-3 over the White Sox. That game is going on in the top of the fifth as well. Colorado's bleeding. They down 4-3 against Houston. That is the top of the third. Hard scoring. I wonder are the starters still in that game? Yeah. I mean, it's not a blowout, and then these are the games that are happening later on tonight. They're probably more West Coast games, I'm assuming. Seattle is playing San Diego, so that's definitely West Coast. The Padres looking for their 4th straight or 5th straight win. Right now, our record is 10-6. I said R because I'm parts of that. The Padres are 10-6 right now. They'll be playing Seattle. Let's see. King is pitching tonight, 1-1. And he'll be going against Woo. Texas is playing against the Athletics. That also will be 9:40 Eastern time. And the Mets and the Dodgers, like I said earlier, will be playing. Oh, and I forgot about these games. These were earlier games. Kansas City was defeated by the Tigers 2-1. San Francisco was also defeated 2-1, but they were defeated by Cincinnati Reds. And that's all the games that I have for you right now. I have, all the finalized games for you if it happens during this episode. If not, we will get back to you tomorrow. You know how it is. I try to get you guys every day. So, but back to what I was talking about earlier, the NBA playoffs. So that's probably what we're gonna try to.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Okay, yeah, playoffs. So, I'm gonna have a prediction for the playoffs. I'm going to wait to put out my prediction rating for the playoffs, probably Thursday. So, give me a couple days on that. I'm sorry, my cat. No, it's just going through my legs. Just pussy going through my legs. That's probably it. But yeah, I'll have a prediction for that. Just off the bat, just throwing it out there. I'm gonna say that the Spurs might shock some people. I'm not predicting them to win. I'm not putting my predictions out until Thursday, but the Spurs are gonna shock some people. That's what I feel like. I also feel like some of the teams that are underdogs may be able to pull out victories today, or in the first round today. We'll may be able to pull out victories in the first round. So, like I said, once we figure out who's all in, and that means the play round robin, the guys, the 10-8 seeds. Once we figure out what teams that are in, I'll do my predictions, and we'll go from there. Keisha blah. Once again, Wolverine stuff in the news. Not really the news, but online. It looks like Bryce Underwood is looking really good. And I know I'm saying this because I'm a homer. I'm definitely saying this because I'm a homer. But Bryce Underwood is looking very good for Michigan, apparently. And the kid that they got, Finch, I didn't know what number he was. He's number 10. So the two highlights that I've seen, he caught one pass, which was just kind of crazy. And then he's the one that caught the behind the back pass. So that's pretty cool. So I'm definitely intrigued, but I'm also intrigued because, I'm a huge Michigan fan. So can't wait for the football season to start. Baseball season has started, and it looks like UCLA is just running away with it right now. But yeah, just can't wait for the fall. Fall sports, because that's going to be good. But still going to be hitting you, try to be hitting you every day with sports, at least during the baseball season, because baseball is just so, and then with NBA playoffs. So I'm going to try to be hitting you as consistently as I possibly can with just sports and content and stuff like that, and just really just like news and observed stuff that I get. I'm not really going into too much news because I don't really want to get people upset and, do things like that. I'm sorry I looked over here. I had to go. My monitor was flashing right here. But yeah, I want to keep you guys updated and just pretty much, if you guys want to hear somebody else just give you scores. I know it might be kind of boring, but that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of relaxing to me. I get off my job and talk to you guys about sports. So whether I have one viewer or no viewers or 500 viewers, it doesn't matter. I kind of do this for therapeutic vibe. So I appreciate everybody that listens. I appreciate everybody that that likes. I would never tell you guys to like and whatever, subscribe and all that stuff. If you do it, you do it. If not, it's cool. I'm just happy that you're here. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you don't want the cake, it's all right. I'm just happy you're at my party. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all you guys being here. And yeah, I'm just a sports guy. I'm a hip hop loving guy. And most of the stuff that's going on in like hip hop has been really like negative lately, so I don't really want to talk too much about it. It's just been really about the Gucci Man situation and Pooh Shiesty, and then All Star Jr., which he came out with a couple of songs. And you know, if you haven't heard his music, I would definitely say check out his music. I have not heard any of his music until this situation happened, so I will be also learning his music. But my cat's back there. Gotta love it, gotta love her. But yeah, that's what I kind of want to hit you guys with. This is kind of my channel, and that's what I'll be doing. The first couple episodes have been short and sweet and compact, just because I'm hitting you guys kind of on. I'm gonna get personal with you. I'm hitting you guys kind of on my work days. So once I get my days off, you know, doing this, and then episodes maybe a little bit longer, have a little bit more content. But it's just really about sports and the play NBA playoffs, and I don't know why I couldn't say that, NBA playoffs and Major League Baseball for right now. I do like soccer and the UFL. I don't, you know, it's all right, but I will keep tabs on that as well, because like I said, this is a sports channel, so the more sports I do, the better. But once certain sports hit, like football, once football hits, we'll definitely be into football, fantasy football. You know, if you got players that I think, you know, I'll be giving my advice. I don't know anything, so you don't have to trust me or listen to me or anything, but I just watch it and I enjoy it, and I'm a fan. And you know, if you want to conversate, you want to drop something down, you obviously are good and welcome to. Try not to be negative, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to give you guys the feedback. I want to let you guys know that, hey, you know, this is some sports from a sports guy who's been watching sports for a little while, so he's got a little knowledge on stuff. And then I'm always going to be dropping birthdays on especially athletes that I seen and players that I grew up rooting for and idolizing. So I'll always be dropping the happy birthday section. Vixen will always be repping beats and ball talk as well. So yeah, hopefully we'll do good things. Hopefully you'll stay tuned, and hopefully I'll stay consistent with it. So you know, that's the thing. Before I leave, I'm going to go back and try to look up some more baseball scores and look up the NBA scores as well. Right now, before we leave, so live right now, the Heat is up 76-71 with about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in its third quarter. Yeah, third quarter. So looks like it might be the Heat. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it might be the Heat. So hopefully the Hornets might pull through and come back, but it's looking like it might be the Heat. So we'll come back to that. I'll come back to that one more time before I say aguva. I don't even know if that's a real word. If I say peace out. Before I say peace out, excuse me. But I'll hit you back with the baseball scores. It's still 7-3, the Cubs and the Phillies game. That's at the bottom of the 8th. Boom, boom, boom. Also 4-3 is Arizona and Baltimore. That one is at the top of the 9th. The Cubs 7-3. That's Cubs and Phillies, and that's in the bottom of the 3rd. The Dodgers Anaheim. The Dodgers. Anaheim is still winning 6-0. That's in the top of the 8th against the Yankees. Washington is still winning against Pittsburgh 5-4, and that's in the bottom of the 7th. Also in the bottom of the 7th, Miami is over beating Atlanta 4-3. Toronto. I knew Toronto. See, as soon as I started yapping about Toronto, I knew Toronto was gonna put it in gear. Not really put it in gear, but they were down 3-1. Now they're down 3-2. This is the top of the 6th. Who's up? And they're up right now. They have a runner on first. There is 2 down, so maybe there is some light in the maple syrup. So we'll see. Cleveland 2-2 against San Antonio, St. Louis. That's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. There you go. You guys got it. That's embarrassing. Top of the 6th is 2-2 against St. Louis. Boston is still down 5-0 against Minnesota, and that's the bottom of the 5th. Tampa Bay at the end of the 5th, which would be the top of the 6th, is up 4-3 on the White Sox. Colorado is now down 7-3 against Houston. That's the bottom of the third. Houston is putting on runs. I had a feeling when I said, oh, they're scoring a lot of runs. It was just 4-3 just a second ago. I just had a feeling they were going to score a lot of runs. This is kind of crazy that this stuff is happening. I can't speak, and I'm Nostradamus. I'm Nostradamus that can't speak. Wow. Padres in Seattle are warming up right now, along with Texas and Oakland. They're warming up right now, so those games will be underway shortly. And then shortly after that, we will have the Dodgers and the Mets. So there's that for you. That's pretty much the episode. Like I said, I will go back to the Hornets score, and the Hornets draw it a little closer, 79-76. Now 3 minutes left to go in the third. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Like I said, I will have our predictions. I might do predictions tomorrow, actually. You know what? I might do predictions tomorrow, NBA predictions tomorrow, because most of the teams will be in for the most part. But you know what? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because there will be playing games tomorrow. So I'm gonna wait for those playing games, the Magic and the Sixers, and the Warriors and the Clippers, because if the Warriors somehow get in and maybe Steph Curry is able to play, I don't know. Maybe I might pick the Warriors to shock the world. Maybe. Who knows? But I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. However you guys are doing it. I don't know how you're doing it, but I appreciate it. And you know what I'm going to say. Hopefully today was better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today. You guys have a good night. Appreciate you. Peace. This is Beats and Ball Talk. Ow.